Yes, viewers and subscribers, big up on yourself. Hope all is well. Big up on yourself. Well, today I'm conducting another interview, and this interview will be conducted by no other than Mistress V. So, Miss V, when you're ready, shoot.
Right, so I wanted to do this because
You have to speak up loud as
I said I
well.
wanted to do this because the other day you said you did your first interview,
Yeah.
and to me it wasn't really
It
an
wasn't the
interview.
other day, it was yesterday.
Yeah, well, ever. It wasn't a proper interview. To me, it was just two mates sitting in the garden chatting. That wasn't an interview. So I thought I'd come in here and give you some proper interview questions.
Yeah.
So question one:
Yeah.
what was your childhood like?
My childhood. My childhood was it went both ways, you know. My childhood was a bit of more experience. It was good and bad. Experience both of them in my childhood. Yeah. I was brought up in a system where I had rough times, and I was also brought up in a system where I had good times. So I can't really too complain and say that all of my childhood was bad. You know what I mean? And even so, saying the bad part of my childhood was good compared to some other people's childhood was the same. Yeah.
So growing up in Jamaica, what were your views of England from being in Jamaica, looking over or hearing about England?
Well, when me to Jamaica, you know, I hear about England, you know. Especially when me see people used to come down from England for holiday and stuff. Me I say, boy, England is the place to be. Me I say, England come like, they're on earth. That's how me I look for England. We see English people come down and them nice and everything. Me I say, boy, I love to visit that place. I go to that place. You understand me I say though? So, some used to look for England. You know what I mean? But coming to England is a different thing. Yeah.
Yeah, so the next one, what were your first thoughts when you did eventually turn up in England? What did you think compared to your vision of how you had it in your head and then the reality of how it really is?
Well, when I first came to England still, and the thing that got me was, when I come in the plane, when the plane land, and me I look down, and we could have see a pair of redness, you know. Yeah, the redness, red and green, that was all me see. And the red was the brick building them, yeah, and the green was the whole heap of open land where we did a see, and that was based on maybe where I came because maybe came Manchester airport, so maybe in London we'd have a different view if I did London we come see, but that was what me see when we come, and when we reach and put my foot on English soil, then it took me a while to start acclimatize to the whole England living and the whole concept of England. And the longer me living it, the more me start to realize and see that boy, England is not really how some people say still.
What was the biggest revelation about what you thought England would be and what it actually turned out to be?
Well, the biggest revelation where me see when we come to England was I've never seen so much lazy people, man. I've never seen so much lazy people. It was a shock to me, innit? You know, busy people. I come from a culture where I'm accustomed to seeing people working, and in my culture, the people who work are the people who benefit. When we come to England, it's a different. It turned the opposite way. The people who don't work, them benefit. Because I remember one instance where one morning, me hear this man a quarrel, you know, and I say, the people them not pay him. So me I check say somebody in work with and they not pay him. And him a cuss and I said the people not pay him. So I said to him, who not pay you? And him I said the dole people them. I first me hear that word, dole. Me never hear that word yet. Me I said, what that? And then him I start explain to me and tell me, say, the social government people them not pay him. And I said, oh, it's funny, innit? Me I'm going to know Jamaica people work, they get paid, or people get paid. England finna work too. And I say, England nice then. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Right, going on topic. How did you know when you met me I was the one for you?
Oh, me know. Well, it was simple. Because I can look on something what is mine and say that's mine. We can identify something and say, I feel me that. So when we see you for the first time, we say, yeah, this is the woman we look for a long time. She is the one. Yeah, because we know it's a feeling, a spiritual feeling as well. You just feel a connection. It just feel right. And if it feel right, it is right.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
And to you, what makes a good marriage?
What makes a good marriage? Well, for me, what makes a good marriage is there are quite a few things as well, that makes a good marriage. First thing, compatibility is one. Understanding each other is another one. Trust is a main factor, and respect also is another one. When we say trust, meaning truthful and all them kind of something still, and support, meaning each one look after each other and not try to put too much of the pressure on one person. It's a joint thing, relation in marriage, and if you can have that in your marriage, all of them things in your marriage should be fine.
Which I must say we do have, and I think we're very, very
Speak up loud.
we're very close in our thoughts and our feeling on life and being alive and living, and we see our partnership as something where we build each other to reap a good reward and to have a good life together. It's all about
Yeah, if you can work together.
Yeah, definitely.
Work together is one of the main things.
Yeah.
If you're in a relationship and one person go one way and one person go one other way, it's like you have an elastic band and you stretch it, and the further you stretch it, what do you think will happen? It will bust. That's how it is. But if the two persons go the same direction, nothing can bust. Everything it's more gonna be a proper connection.
So how long have you been married now?
I have been married now. You asked me?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I'm testing you.
I've been married now 17 years.
Yes, you get it right.
We get it right. Yes, but if we get it wrong, we are know.
So what would you say is the best thing about being a husband?
The best thing for me, the best thing about being a husband is not only is it husband and father at the same time.
Well, I was going to go on to that afterwards, but if you want to put the two together, that's fine.
All right, let me ask you a question. I mean, I'm disturbing and this monkey or something. The best thing about being a husband for me is it helps to prove the type of man that you are. 'Cause husband, for me, the meaning of husband is a person who is gonna be committed to a relationship and take certain responsibility as being his own, and not only take those responsibility, but also try in best to see that those responsibilities are met, type of thing. You know what I mean? And that's like some people say it's a challenge, but it's a good challenge because you get the chance to prove yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And again about being a father, because you're a father.
I'm a father.
So quite a few.
I'm a father, yes, I'm a father of 9 kids.
Yeah.
And 9 beautiful, lovely kids.
Very beautiful children.
Very beautiful kids. And I consider myself to be a very good dad to my kids then, as well, in terms of how me try to help and look about them from day one. Not only now family.
I must just correct you there. It's not 9, it's 10.
10, sorry, mistake me make. Yeah, 10 kids.
Yeah.
I forgot to say one of them just get married the other day.
Yeah.
As well. That's Tara, that's the one who is looking after my business. Yeah. And that's Miss V's daughter as well. Yeah, so it's 10 kids. Yeah. So I was saying, yeah, as a father of 10 kids, I think I've tried my best. I'm still trying my best. And I will always try my best to make sure that my kids them know so that you only have a father, but not a father name or a father figure, but a father who will and is always there whenever it's needed.
Yeah. So, where did your love of gardening start from?
My love of gardening, wow. Me give it to my grandmother, you know. Well, me have two grandmothers still, but I give it to one of them specially still, and that's my mother's mother. Cause my grandmother, she loved flowers more than food. She loved flowers more than anything else in this world you could have think of. And as I said, I was brought up in two different lifestyle. With this grandmother, she was the one who was the one more involved in gardening with full heap of flowers. But what used to happen now is that people buy compass and so in a bag. Yeah. Where we're from in Jamaica, we don't buy compass free. Because you used to have the boxing plant, we call it, where they used to do the bananas. So when the people them come with the trash, them have a place where them dump it. And over the years, them trash that they done rotten are the best manure that you can think of. And my grandmother used to send me and one of my cousin, when time because she was a repot her plants, every minute to change her plants and do all kind of something and a repot. So because I said me got for the dirt because nobody else don't want to go for the dirt. And me I pick up for the dirt in a bucket trip on top of trips. And when I come up with the dirt now, she sit down and she take out a pot and she you know what I mean, a change and me help her until just get into it in a way where it comes a point where if my grandmother did feel leave or maybe so she go a foreign go spend some time or something, the only person she left a few house with few flowers them is me, because she knows so when she come back she go see more flowers than what she did left, and them are going in a good condition because she knows so me take care of them. So and from there so we just love the beautification side of it still, and to me it's just nice.
Could you ever see yourself with a bigger garden where you're happy with?
If I could see myself with a bigger garden, yes, I would, you know. But I see myself with a bigger garden, but them telling me I have to go buy all ride on more. And them think they have to cut my grass. Because bigger garden, we push lawn more. I wouldn't mind a bigger garden, I would. But just want the right equipment still. As 10-acre garden I want. Make me one hydrangea, my favorite plant. Would I make a hydrangea, what you call it?
Park.
Hydrangea park. They come a pure hydrangea, you see all variety of hydrangea, yeah.
So what was the driving force behind you starting your YouTube channel?
The driving force for me starting my YouTube channel was, I'm the type of person who always like to do things, you know. I mean, not stop and want something. I like to do things and get involved in things. And because I always feel like so sometimes I've spoken to a lot of people before YouTube and give people ideas and all kind of thing. And I say, you know, there's a lot in me that I can share with people that may be beneficial to people. And the best way to get it out, what I can share to people is start a channel, YouTube channel, because it's more on the social media side, which everybody knows social media is the way of the world now. So for me to get out what's in me so that people can hear it, we just start up a YouTube channel, which was the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. And it's gradually growing, bit by bit, slowly but surely. But we give thanks for the support and the people. There are people there that's with me from time to time, always there. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you've lived in Jamaica, you've lived in England, you've done many jobs since you've been in England. You've bought and sold property and moved into property and slowly taking time fixing it up. When you sit back and look on your life,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the highlights and some of the lessons that you've learned that you'd like to pass on to your children?
Well, some of the lessons I've learned and the highlights and things is, one would I love to pass on to my children. The main thing I would love to pass on to my children is try and be ambitious. You know? That's the main thing. Be ambitious. Because when you're ambitious, you have a driving force and you have a goal where you don't want to reach. And having this goal where you want to reach is basically you're gonna work on your achievements. So you have to do what's necessary in a good way to do what it takes to make you reach where you want to reach. And basically that's all I can say to my kids, ambition. I wouldn't say work hard, work smart. Hard work not good. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, like that. Mm-hmm.
Well, Mr. Valentine, I want to thank you for your time.
Yeah.
And keep doing what you're doing because something's working.
Well, I'm trying my best, and as me say, God bless, don't stress over pests.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, under one love,
Enough love.
enough love. And anything we do, we could do it to the best of our ability. And we have to remember, say, we have to wise up, rise up. And last but not least, we have to educate, to elevate. So, it was nice talking to you, Miss V. And I hope I've answered your question.
Yeah, this is only part one. There'll be a part two.
Part one, so people, she said, if you look out for the part two. Tell me what you think. Like, share, subscribe. Leave a comment below because we go off for the comments and the feedbacks. Big up on yourself. I'm out.